It's our favorite time of the week. Welcome to High School Playbook. Week 8 of the high school football season is in the books. I'm John Johnson alongside my partner, Chanel Porter. The weather's changed. Coming into Friday, most teams down just 4 games left on their regular season schedule, Chanel.
Yeah, John, this is really the time. If they haven't already made that push, the push for the playoffs really begins this week.
Yeah, no team needing to start their push now more than Reagan. The Raiders just 1-2 in conference, visiting West Forsyth, who's been absolutely dominant this season. The Titans unbeaten in conference play coming into Friday night. West Forsyth trying to take care of business at home and maintain a share of first. Closing moments of the first half, looking to go up 2 scores. Connor Berry jumps the route for the interception. West leads 20-14, headed to the break. Now third quarter, Raiders now in possession. Daviel Eldricks with the sack, and that would force a punt, but things don't go as planned. If the Titans, they're going to muff the punt. Reagan is there for the recovery, and that sets up ensuing offensive possession. Nazir Blackman takes the whole team on his back, powers his way into the end zone. Reagan with a huge conference win, 35-26.
Giving some love to the offensive line here. Davie also unbeaten in conference play, visiting Tabor. The War Eagles turn into the ground game in the first half. Markel Summers with a 1-yard touchdown. Davie breaks the tie to lead 14-7. Just over a minute to play in the first half now. Davie looking to make it a 2-score game. Ty Miller buying time. His pass is going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's KJ Johnson. Tabor takes over, trailing 14-7. Spartans strike right before the half. Lane Albright is going to connect with Stook Peterkin, 50 yards for the score. Spartans squeeze out the barn burner, 35-34.
They've been 2 of the best teams in the Triad this football season. Providence Grove and Randleman both unbeaten in conference play, making their Game of the Week debut this season. The Patriots and Tigers. Chris Peterson leads our coverage.
Homecoming is a joyous occasion, but home teams are only 3 and 4 in our high school playbook game of the week. Would this Tiger crowd go home with a win?
Well, it was looking good early. Randleman quarterback John Kirkpatrick is going to drop back to pass and launch one. I'm talking SpaceX launch into the air. It's going to land in the arms of Tyshawn Goldston into the end zone and an early Tigers lead. Later in the first, Kirkpatrick again swing pass to his favorite target, Goldston, who like Taylor Swift is going to shake off a couple of Patriot defenders and cruise 33 yards into the end zone. Rawr, Tigers. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Second quarter, Kirkpatrick again finds Goldston, this time in the back corner of the end zone. Nice catch. Goldston would have 5 touchdown catches on the game. Right before half, Kirkpatrick's going to drop back again. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket. Then he'll stop here, do a little spin, fire one into the back of the end zone where Jeffrey Guzman's going to make the touchdown catch. Tigers, rawr, they go on to win 42-14.
Hey, it's a great win in Tiger Nation, man. Tell you what, all these fans from Randleman come out to support us. What a great night.
So congratulations to 2023 Randleman homecoming queen Lainey Dennis and the Randleman Tigers for their big homecoming win on High School Playbook's Game of the Week.
Go Tigers!
From Randleman High School, I'm Chris Peterson, WXII 12 Sports.
Good stuff, Peterson, and congrats to Laney. Well, last week was a struggle for Northwest Guilford against Page, but the good sign is, or the sign to a good team, is just finding a way to pull out a win. The Vikings looking to carry that momentum into Friday night's road clash with Northern Guilford. The Nighthawks, winner of 2 straight, carrying momentum for their own. Fourth quarter here, let's get to the action in this one. What a matchup we have on our hands. We're going to the fourth quarter in this game. Jaden McInnes showing some fight in the ending of this one, running it into the land of 6, 14-7, Northern on top. Northwest, though, not going down without a fight. Tanner Blue going deep. He finds Prince Brown. Just like that, we're all tied up at 14 and headed to overtime. Blue, handoff. Malik Jones breaking tackles. He's going to close this thing out with a score. Northwest wins it 20-14.
A little overtime thriller. Sticking out in Greensboro, Grimsley, like a machine at the moment. Unbeaten hosting Ragsdale. Opening drive of the game, and I mentioned the Whirlies being a machine. Faison Brandon connects with Caden Cato, and he's going to go to work. 51 yards to the barn. Grimsley leads 7-0. More from this Whirlies offense on a Friday night. Brandon not done with the passing TDs. He hits Alex Taylor. The 2-point conversion's good. Whirlies up 15-0. What's a Grimsley highlight would allow a little Mitchell Summers making an appearance. His 16th touchdown of the year. Whirlies roll 56-6.
Pretty good, 16 so far.
Not too bad.
Oak Grove has been hot to start the year. Let's see if they can keep the sparks flying at home against North Davidson. Defense coming up big. North Davidson with the rock. But Ben Bowler says not so fast. Big time stop there to get his team the football. Taking advantage of the big play on D. Connor Creek running in for 6. Oak Grove ahead 9-0. And that defense is not slowing down. Jaden Bowler is going to get the INT, and Oak Grove takes this one 31-7.
Out in Thomasville, Salisbury visiting East Davidson, opening kickoff of the second half, and we've got a top play nominee. Salisbury's Jalen Smith is a man on the move. He's got a seam, he's spinning off tacklers, and he's leaving everyone in the dust. 99 yards to the house. What a run and what a score. The Hornets with just a dominant effort on a Friday night. East Davidson's pass is eventually going to be intercepted by Jackson Sparger. It's all Hornets, 57-6 the final. Some more scores to take a look at from Friday night. East Surrey with the win, 42-12. And the Bucket Elks of Elkin are on top, 13-0 the final there.
More scores here. Ledford remains unbeaten with a 21-10 win over Montgomery Central, and Thomasville getting it done against South Davidson, 48-2.
7 games down, but we've still got a full slate of highlights to go because coming up after the break, East Forsyth leaves the Eagles' Nest for a road contest with Upstart Parkland highlights ahead.
Plus, you voted. We unveil our high school playbook play of the week. You won't want to miss this week's winner just ahead.